the Chi-Town experience on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the likes.
This situation for the Chicago Bears continues to get worse. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, make sure you also do me a huge favor by also hitting the like button on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. So, Bears fans, as you guys have probably already heard, Keenan Allen will be out with that heel injury that's still bothering him for his second straight game against the Indianapolis Colts. Before I go any further with today's episode, Keek on the Mic, give me your one-word reaction to the news that Keenan Allen will officially be out against the Colts. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And I just have a couple of thoughts on this, on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, because just like most Bears fans, I am also a tad bit upset that Keenan Allen is out for his second straight game, right? It definitely sucks because the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Bears fan base were truly excited when we managed to land Keenan Allen during the offseason from the Los Angeles Chargers. When you look at Keenan Allen, a six-time Pro Bowler, we understood that he could give Caleb Williams a legit option at wide receiver, even though we have DJ Moore and we also drafted Odunze. The idea of having Keenan Allen and DJ Moore on the same offense was truly exciting all summer long. We understood that Keenan Allen can also really help a guy like Caleb Williams grow in the National Football League, right? When you have a safety blanket like Keenan Allen, a guy that can run routes at a high level like him, he's been doing it his whole career. We were really excited about the idea of Keenan Allen in the Chicago Bears offense. And don't get me wrong, Keenan Allen looked great all summer long. The reports out of practices, the videos that we were getting from the Bears social media team as well. Keenan Allen was giving this Bears defense fits all summer long. Once again, his route running is absolutely ridiculous. So, of course, with how good the Bears defense is and how they played these last 2 weeks, it gets you excited to hear that Keenan Allen was giving the Bears defense fits, right? So everything was going good during the summer, but then right before that first game, he injured his heel. He still tried to attempt to play against the Tennessee Titans, where he had 4 catches for 29 yards on 11 targets. So obviously, Caleb Williams and the Bears offense were trying to make it a point to get Keenan Allen involved, and rightfully so. Keenan Allen's one of the best to ever do it, but he tried to play with that heel injury, kind of really re-aggravated that heel injury, and now he's been out for the last 2 weeks against the Texans and the Colts. So yeah, it's very, very unfortunate, especially considering that Keenan Allen wants that contract extension, especially considering that the Chicago Bears also gave up a 4th-round pick to bring in Keenan Allen to Chicago. The only good news about that is if the Bears do not extend Keenan Allen, they let him walk. Ryan Poles of the Bears will get a 3rd-round pick in return. So it's just really good business by general manager Ryan Poles. But yeah, it's definitely discouraging to not see Keenan Allen out there with DJ Moore, with Odunze, all that good stuff, right? So, but I want to really break it down for you guys and give you guys some perspective on this whole Keenan Allen thing, because I know it's easy to get a little bit frustrated that Keenan Allen is not available, that he's still, working on that hill to try to get better. The good news is, first and foremost, that Matt Eberflus made it very clear that he is very close to returning. First and foremost, it's all about pain tolerance at this point. They want to make sure that he is fully ready to go, so he doesn't re-aggravate that injury, and he can be available for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears offense. So I'm okay with that, because it sounds like he could either be available for next week against the Los Angeles Rams at home in Chicago, or maybe even the following week against the Carolina Panthers, which either of those games will be perfect games for Keenan Allen to return to, right? So I do want to break it down a little bit further, though, because as excited as we were about Keenan Allen coming to Chicago, we all understood the situation, right? Keenan Allen was an aging player at 32 years old. He's been a guy that's been, dealing with injuries over the last couple of years. In 2022, he only played 10 games. In 2023, he only played 13 games. So we kind of had to have this understanding with Keenan Allen, even though it was exciting that last season he had 108 catches, 1,243 yards, and 7 touchdowns, right? Keenan Allen is still Keenan Allen, a very good wide receiver in the National Football League. you have to understand the circumstances that Keenan Allen is an injury-prone player at this point. And at this point in his career, Keenan Allen will probably give you anywhere from 10 to 13 games a year, right? He's struggled with injuries. And the funny thing is that I actually, called one of my best friends, is that he's a huge Los Angeles Chargers fan. And I was just talking to him about Keenan Allen. He's like, oh no, yeah, bro, I saw that. He's like, is it still the same injury? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, is he still dealing with that heel injury? And I'm like, yeah, that's the exact injury that Keenan Allen is dealing with. So even last year with the Los Angeles Chargers, he was dealing with the same heel injury, right? So I don't want you guys to really get too down on yourself. We have to understand that at this point, we have to be okay with Keenan Allen possibly playing only 10 to 13 games in a Chicago Bears uniform. Obviously, right now, it's not looking good for him in regard to maybe getting a contract extension with the Chicago Bears. But at the same time, if he comes back and he plays 10 to 13 very solid games where he is contributing to the offense at a high level, really helping Caleb Williams improve as a quarterback, helping the players around him, like making DJ Moore and Rome Odunze looking better as well, then maybe he will get a little contract extension. We're not talking about him getting 20 plus million a year that he wants, right? But maybe we can sign him to maybe a team friendly 2-year deal to keep him around here in Chicago. But here's another thing about this. A lot of people over the last couple of weeks have been talking about what was it the right move to draft wide receiver Rome Odunze, right? And this is why general manager Ryan Poles made that move to draft Rome Odunze at number 9 overall in the 2024 NFL draft, just due to the fact that even though we got Keenan Allen, we understood that Keenan Allen's a great wide receiver, but he does come with injury history. So now Rome Odunze brings that reassurance to the Chicago Bears offense. Obviously, we haven't seen it yet. He's a rookie. He's got his rookie growing pains. He has to develop just like Caleb Williams and create that chemistry with Caleb Williams. But I think in the long-term future, meaning even next year and beyond, Rome Odunze will end up being a really good pick for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. So for the people out there saying that, did the Chicago Bears make the right choice in drafting Rome Odunze? Maybe they should have drafted an offensive lineman, and that's an argument for another episode. But I think this proves that Rome Odunze was a really good pick for the Chicago Bears, just due to the fact that Keenan Allen just can't stay on the field. But once again, Bears fans, Keenan Allen is still a very solid receiver. When he is on the field, we understand what he can provide for Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, and the entirety of the Chicago Bears offense. We desperately miss a guy like Keenan Allen on the field, right? But even with Keenan Allen on the field, we do understand that we have different problems and struggles on this offense, mainly due to the offensive line. But at least when you have a fully healthy arsenal for Caleb Williams inside, you will feel more confident as a fan that at least Caleb Williams has Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, his whole full arsenal on the field, even though the offensive line is struggling. So hopefully Keenan Allen gets better soon. Once again, it sounds like Matt Eberflus thinks that he can be back either for the Los Angeles Rams game next week or even against the Carolina Panthers in 2 weeks. But all in all, I wouldn't rush it with Keenan Allen because I understand that I think even if he doesn't play a full season, which at this point he's not going to play a full season for the Chicago Bears, but even if he can come back and play 11 solid games for the Bears where he gets 70 to 80 catches, maybe 800 yards receiving, maybe 5 to 6 touchdown receptions, I think that will be a very solid season for Keenan Allen. Maybe not enough for Ryan Poles to give him that $20 million a year extension that Keenan Allen wants. But at the same time, I think that would be also ideal for Ryan Poles to maybe offer him a 2-year veteran minimum deal, team-friendly deal to keep him here in Chicago and within the Chicago Bears offense. But all in all, like I said, if Keenan Allen doesn't want that deal and he ends up walking, the Chicago Bears will get a 3rd-round pick in return for Keenan Allen leaving the Chicago Bears. But all in all, Bears fans, I wanted to just come on here really quick and give you guys some perspective on this Keenan Allen injury. Yes, it does suck. I wish he was out there. I think he is still a huge part to the Chicago Bears offense. But I wouldn't rush it with his injuries. And we have to understand that even though Keenan Allen's a great receiver, we were excited about Keenan Allen. We all should understand as a fan that this is what you had to expect from a 32-year-old receiver that's been dealing with injuries over the past couple of years. So once again, Bears fans, what is your initial reaction down below in the comment section to Keenan Allen missing a second straight game with that heel injury. Let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for all new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic.